Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So I'm trying to make a decision whether or not I want to use Sony for my vlogging setup like this. Now you guys know that I use the Canon SL3. I came from the Canon SL2 and I have the 24mm prime lens on here, and I think personally this is one of the best setups that I've ever experienced with a vlog style video. Little blurry background, you know, a little subtle, and I'm really in frame. With the right lighting and setting, this is easily accomplished. And I like this setup for vlogging. However, I hear so many good things about Sony, and I wanted to probably switch from using this camera for vlogs and just using it for my top-down shots, my videos, and to continue to use the 10 to 18 ultra wide for video. This is what I use to record my videos, like those top-down shots. It's always this one right here because it's ultra wide and I can get so much in view. But when it comes to vlogs, I prefer this, and if I put on the 10 to 18, everything's going to come in focus. It won't just be me predominantly in focus, and you won't have that subtle blur in the background. It'll pretty much put everything in focus and it'll just give a wide view. I prefer this view, but the difference from using this lens right here is I can bring the camera much closer. Right now, the camera is, you know, I'm a big guy. I've got long arms. The camera is more than an arm's length away, more than one of my arm's lengths away. So it's sitting a good distance away, but not too far away. But you know, if I move it closer, everything really blurs out. You can see I stay with the great autofocus that the camera has. I stay in view and everything really gets blurry. But I'm thinking about getting a Sony for this type of setup. Now the 6600 is, I can get a fantastic deal on the 6600 right now. Just swipe my card, boom, done, shipped to me overnight. It's about, the difference in price for that setup from this setup is almost $1,000. So I have to ask myself, is it really worth it to switch from dealing with the 24mm lens and, you know, having to do this type of setup, or just switching to the Sony and getting that setup over there, the 24 to, I think, 240, I forgot what the lens is, but I was actually going to get the Sigma 16mm one f1.4 and put it with it. So I was deciding whether I want to get body only and then that lens, or just get the kit lens. And I'm hearing that the kit lens is actually pretty good, and from what I've seen from me checking out the kit lens at different places, it is actually pretty good. So it's a matter of, will the Sony camera give me this great quality right here? And some people will say, oh, it has the best autofocus tracking. You know, you can't see it, but it's actually following my face and my eye. And it's amazing. The Canons can do it too. That's really clear. Like really clear. So this type of footage is what I like for vlogs. The real kind of low dim with the one LED gives you that nice effect. But hey, I don't mind making a vlog discussing it with you guys. People who use Sony love to brag about, and shout out to my man Technically T, people who love Sony love to brag about the autofocus on the Sony. They think that it's the best around. And I checked out some of the Sonys and I thought they were just okay. But to be fair, I didn't buy it, I didn't bring it home. And you and I both know that when you buy something and bring it home, you really get to tear it apart and really get into it and find out if you're really gonna like it, and you get to compare. Because I didn't bring this camera with me when I was checking it out. I think I didn't. I might have, I'm not sure. That was a long time ago. But shout out to my girl T Frank. She's pro Canon, she's Team Canon, and she has the RP. She has a lot. She has the 90D, I believe, or the 80. She has a bunch of cameras. She pretty much has a full suite of Canon cameras. Now, the M200 is another camera that I considered, and it's actually only $550 with the kit lens. I should have got it when it was on sale for $499 at launch, but I didn't. That camera is the same setup as this camera, menu and everything. It's just mirrorless and it's smaller. It's literally pretty much the same camera, but mirrorless and smaller. It can do everything this phone, gosh, I review too many phones. SmartPhoneConversations.com, that's the plug. It can do everything this camera can do, but it's much more pocketable. Now, the Sony though, I look across the board and I see people comparing everything to Sony, because Sony, I guess it's just like the benchmark for mirrorless or DSLR, pretty much mirrorless. And people love Sony. There are some people out there that don't like Sony, but there are a lot of people that actually love Sony, and they would take Sony over anything. But the thing about buying Sony products, price, it's very expensive. Lenses, very expensive. Now on the Canon side, I think they have less lens options, but thanks to Sigma, Canon is getting some good stuff. Like no other lens, like I want another lens for this camera, you know what I'm saying? But there's not a lot to choose from. I probably could get an adapter and grab the 22mm lens for a mirrorless camera and put it onto this camera, but you still have the crop factor, so it really wouldn't matter. But so I thought about the money. Instead of spending that much money on a lens, grab another mirrorless camera, because I don't have a mirrorless camera right now. Grab a mirrorless camera, use that for vlogs only. But like I said, this camera with the 24mm lens is fantastic. It's just one of the best around. This is one of the best setups for doing video. Now, if I try to vlog with this, so I pick this up, I have to hold it really far. I have my arm all the way extended. I have it extended all the way out. And that is why I got Shaky Cam Production. That is why I have this lens. Now I'm actually gonna go ahead and switch to this lens right here, just to show you what I'm talking about. I can move the camera really close, and this is the best vlogging setup right here for any camera. The 10-18 is an affordable lens and it's great for vlogging. Let's switch it out. Now, I actually have this camera pushed right up to my face now. My arms extend well past the camera because I'm able to move it a lot forward. But if you notice, no more really blurry background. The face tracking is still fantastic, but no more blurry background at all. It's gone. And also, I told you I have the camera right here because I have it at 18. Now let's move to 10. Look at how wide it is. Look how much stuff is in view. That's the advantage of having a lens like this. Now, if I want to vlog with this, I can just adjust it as I want to go. Boom, boom, boom. And we're vlogging. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Hey, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? That's the advantages of this lens. It'll allow you to do pretty much anything. This is 18 right here. And even with the crop factor, it's still really good compared to my 24. But I like the way the 24mm makes things look. Really nice little blurred background and things like that. So with the Sony though, I'm kind of hoping for that to be just as good, like clarity and everything. Let's switch back to 24. I'm hoping that the Sony can give this nice, sharp, crisp. I'm really hoping that it could. The only thing I can do is buy it and try it. But if you know me also, you know I don't like doing returns, man. I like to buy it and keep it, or add it to the collection and it's there, and find some use for it. And later on, if I want to sell it, I can sell it. But I like this setup, man. So there are a lot of people that use Sony that watch this channel, and there's a lot of people that use Canon that watch this channel. So I'm more interested in finding out, not if you're Team Canon or Team Sony, but if you're Team Quality. Because there's no denying that the 24mm lens on the SL3 or the SL2 or whatever you're putting it on is fantastic. I mean, the photos that you can get from this thing are incredible. I mean, really incredible. It's just so many ways to capitalize on this lens. It's amazing. So, with that being said, Canon, mirrorless, Sony, mirrorless. What do you guys think? should I go ahead and just get, because I'm not getting rid of this camera. This camera, like I said, it's just going to have this lens on it probably indefinitely, and then pointing down at my desk so I don't have to move that tripod at all, or off the tripod, boom, and then switch to a Canon camera, and it'll stay on this tripod. And when I need to vlog, boom, turn on the camera. What do you guys think? Add another camera to the collection, go mirrorless for vlogs only, or stick with this beautiful setup. Do you see? I mean, look at, that's so clear, man. And just work with what I got. Don't spend any more money. Buy another phone with that money. Smartphone Conversations, just a plug. You already know. But I can't give you guys, and thanks to you guys, you're the reason that I even upgraded my camera about 4 years ago or 3 years ago, because you said, Jay, you know, I know you like doing cell phones, but switch to a camera for just regular talking head, you know what I'm saying, or just doing things. You will be happy about that. And I'm happy that you convinced me to do so, because this is a great investment. This is my second DSLR. I had the SL2 for a year, and then when the SL3 came out the next year, I sold that one and bought this one. So when the SL4 comes out, I'll probably do the same thing. But these talking head videos are fantastic with the 24mm lens. So you tell me in the comments. I know you're going to tell me what your team is, so you can go ahead and put hashtag Team Canon or hashtag Team Sony or hashtag Team whatever camera you use, and give me some recommendations. My budget, if you want to know my budget, it's about $1,500 total for a good lens and the camera body. Because I don't plan on getting the kit lens, but I've heard that the kit lens on the 6600 is really good. Even the 6100 is fantastic. So you let me know what your comments are and your thoughts on about me adding another camera to the channel for talking head shots like this, or are you completely satisfied with the 24mm setup on the SL3, and I can save myself some money and take that money and go add something to the channel or get something for one of my cars, because you already know how I get down with the car game. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.